Okay, this is for the biology group. I'm going to go right from the beginning how to do your course. So I'm going to do lesson 1 kind of with you quickly. So we type in HWDSB hub, HWDSB HUB. Press enter, then we go to HWDSB students. HWDSB students, click on it. Then you're going to have to log in with your login and your password. If you don't know it, email me and I will send it to you. Also, I just want to make sure that everybody is okay before I continue. This is kind of a crazy time. So we have to keep ourselves socially distant, but at the same time, we also have to continue to keep doing our work. So I want to really thank you to those who have been continuing, and I want to reach out to those who maybe have been struggling. This is a hard time for many people, especially those who have lost their jobs or have had family members lose their jobs. And so I just wanted to make that announcement before we continue. So with that said, let's continue learning how to use the hub to continue your lessons. So you're going to go to the hub here, and you're going to find your course. In this, it's called a waffle, just like a waffle you eat for breakfast. And you're going to click on your biology course. You're going to go to content, and you're going to start right from the beginning. The easiest way to do this, really, the nicest way, is through navigation. But you can also click on SBI3C and click on Activity 1, and then go to Activity, Activity 2, go to Activity 3. So it's up to you which way you want to go. Navigation is just maybe the nicer way because it shows a picture. So here it's popping up. There's Activity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to do all of them. I'm going to start trimming back some of these activities, so keep an eye out for that. But at the beginning, I think we should kind of stick to all of them. If there's one that's maybe a little tricky, just send me an email. So I click on Cardiology 1. You're going to read this. You're in the Cardiology department, Lesson 1. Keep going, clicking forward. I'm reading, blah, 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 blah. This is telling us what a real nurse would encounter, a real person working in the cardiology department. The answers are right there. So it's just, you're getting some quick definitions of some of the terms that you're going to be using. These career links are kind of interesting. That's a link there. You can see what kind of jobs are available to you. So I'm just continuing to click on this arrow button to go through this. You can also watch a video about what cardiovascular technologists do. It's a great job, highly recommend it. It's a lot of education, got to get some high marks to get into it, but wow, very rewarding. So this is, when you see this symbol, you're going to start taking notes. So you just click on the different, so causes, it's going to go through some of the causes, so you can take some notes here, risk factors. This is just, again, more of the definitions. So if you're like causes, what is a cause? Causes are these things. These are different types of risk factors. What are risk factors? Signs and symptoms, diagnoses, treatment and or cure. So because these are the words, the jargon, which is the language that's specific to this discipline, you're going to be seeing over and over again. So you do have to know that. So you're going to first look at some of the diseases that illnesses that some people you might encounter in your job as a nurse. So this is a diagram. You just hover over here and it's going to show you exactly where the blood flows, how it works. You go to next, see what happens. They have an explanation for each one. So it really is very, very clear on what's happening there. Then, so you're going to see, so there's that jot note symbol. So you're going to click on here, and this is going to open up. So it comes out in Microsoft Word. If you have a laptop, this works well. If you don't have a laptop, then you can use Google Docs, and I'll show you that in a second. Enable editing, click on enable editing. Now you can actually use it. So I click here and I'm going to type in the name. I think it was ADS. And what I would always do is just put your name here. So that's my name. And put your teacher's name, which is also the same name. The class name, SBI3C, and then the date, March 29th, 2020. Then you can go in and do your disease. You're going to do a couple diseases here. So what you could do is you could actually just go like this. See how I copied it? I clicked once, highlighted all the way down, then I right click and I select copy, then I click again, left click, and right click on a good spot position where it's blinking, and then I click paste. Now I have two diseases, so I can do disease activity 1, disease notes page 2. And you can keep doing this. I can right click here and I can paste again, disease notes page 3. And then you can put all in your diseases. Obviously you're going to have a different name for 2 and 3. Okay, so that's how you can do this first activity and activities as you work throughout the course. These are the websites you're going to be using. These are good websites. They're not Donald Trump websites. Mayo Clinic is my favorite, but you can click on some of the CDC. That's basically all the governments in the world contribute money to this, mostly the US. Medline Plus, I don't really know too much. Oh, this is the US Library. Okay, so these are all really good. Then you keep going. Okay, here's some things. I just kind of clicking through. Here's a poster. Again, this is skimming and scanning. Don't want to take too much time with this unless this is all new to you. This is about an artery that becomes blocked. Here's your to organize your information. So again, you're going to look up coronary artery disease. Actually, so you know what, I'm going to click back just for a second. I think I skipped through here. Atrial septal defect. Okay, so I'm going to highlight, I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to open up, it was ADS, or atrial septal defect. And then I'm going to take my notes on what is happening. So I take my atrial septal defect. I'm going to go to Mayo Clinic, because that's my favorite. And look, it's already on atrial septal defect. Isn't that awesome? Symptoms and causes, diagnosis. So I can just, I look at this, I see some symptoms. I think copying pasting is not recommended. If you can just look at it and say, okay, this is what's happening, and write it in here, that would be the best. But you know what? If it's bullet points, then I don't see what if that's too much of an issue. Okay, so we're going to keep moving on. There's the next one. So then you're going to use this, the next notes page. Oops, missed this one. You're going to click on this. So you're clicking on everything. You're learning about each one. You can see how a virus attacks a cell. Pretty cool. Another disease, illness. So that's the third one. This learning task organizer, to see a list of them. Again, we're going to have to click enable up here. And then you're going to pick 6 diseases, as it says here. So we're going to see the 6 diseases. So next slide. So they're going to pick 6 of these. And then you're in the waiting room. Okay, so I'm reading, skimming, scanning. Risk assessment tool to see how much risk you have. So we could do that. Impact of heart disease is where you're going to get your information from. What the impact is on society. This is, you can use this mind map tool to organize your information. There's a tour journal at the back here. So you're going to record your thoughts here. Again, enable editing. Did you do all these things? Yes, awesome. I like these tour reflection journals. So if you could add one reflection and one question, that's fine for me. If you can do more, that's even better, of course. And then it says submit your work here. Okay, so you could submit your work here. Another way, if you get lost, is you can go back to assignments. Okay, and then you can put your assignment into one of these. So if it's the diseases that we just did, I'm going to save this. So file, save as. On my desktop. So let's just say I've saved it here. Disease and illness, lesson 1. Always call it lesson 1, lesson 2. It just makes it so much easier to find. And you're going to click on here, and you're going to, I'm going to have to show you what it looks like as a student. So go to assignments. This is what it will look like to you. There's learning task 1. I click on there, and then I add a file. Look at my computer or my Google Drive if you see it. I'm going to upload it. I saved it to my desktop, and I called it lesson 1. Awesome. And then I add, okay, and then I submit. So there's lesson 1. Confirmation email successfully. Awesome. Done. There's the ding. I sent it. And when you have successfully sent it, you're going to hear that ding, and you're also going to get an email. There, it's submitted. So I submitted learning task lesson 1 for heart disease. Isn't that awesome? So that is how you're going to kind of complete the course. And you're just going to do one at a time. I hope this was helpful to you. One more thing I can say is that completing your work in Microsoft Word is great. You can also, I'm going to do Control A, Control C, and I'm going to go to my Google Suite. Going to go to New, going to go to Google Docs. I'm going to call it lesson 1 right off the bat, and I'm going to paste I'm going to click here and Control V, and now it's in my Google Docs. Now I called it lesson 1, and I'm going to show you something cool. So now I can write it in here, and no matter what you do, it is saved. It's automatically saved. That's the nice part about it. I'm going to go into my assignments. I'm going to have to see it as a student, so this is the way you'll see it. Now, so this is another way to submit work. I go to add a file again. Now I'm going to go to Google Drive, and you're going to see lesson 1. Oh yeah, there it is right there. Click on it, add it, and there it is. So you can get it from Google Drive. If you use Google Drive, just make sure that you're logged in to your school account, and then done. So those are the 2 ways to submit. If this is really useful to you, it's sent. There's the ding. Hope to see you guys completing your work soon, and shoot me an email if you have any questions. Have a good day. Bye.